introduce the people to the people who are working here. We have a few people who are part of the team. In the back there is Lance Wuski. He's one of our moderators. And also Bogdan. He's our main man moderator. He's now making smileys here at the front. And we also have Jason One in the middle. He's Fox Cambot. He's moderating. He's recording this session, so he's filming. He cannot speak. And in the back there, in the corner, we have Laurel van Vossen, and she's also helping us out with moderation, but also anything else what you can think of, what is part of troubleshooting or organizing. And because she's the founder of Educators in VR, and she's amazing, making this all possible for us to make beautiful workshops and presentations for people to learn from, but also to interact with virtual reality and the workshops we do. Well, I have someone who is making a little bit of a background noise, so I will mute you all, guys and girls, because of the background noises, that we can have some how you say it, we have a little bit of a quiet, and we also put the how you say it, the raise hand button down. So if you have any questions already before the session, you can raise your hand, and I can unmute you, and then you can ask your question or add something to the conversation. So we have plenty of time to ask questions. I will introduce you to the speaker in a few minutes. First, I would like to introduce you to me. My name is Daan Maria Vaneke. I'm the founder of Captain VR. That is a startup that is, how you say it, developing XR and digital experiences to help people to become the captains of their lives. And we want to help people with all sorts of goals and reaching dreams. And I also love to talk about it and organize events or workshops around coaching and personal development. I'm a coach myself, and my mission is to help people to have the best life possible, and at least to be the captain of their lives. So that's me, and I'm so happy and proud to be part of this wonderful organization called Educators in VR, and especially because I'm the team leader of the coaching and personal development track, and which is the mission. The mission is that we build a network of people around the world who are interested in coaching and personal development, and to inspire each other, to connect with each other, and to maybe even join forces to create a better real world for everyone. So that's why we do this. And also, if people want to be involved in this, we love people to become involved as speakers, but also as maybe part of the team. You're all more than welcome to be part of this wonderful movement. And first, then I will not keep you waiting, because the most important session or speaker has to start. Inger, I want to have you all to give a big welcome to Ingeborg Van der Oord.
Thank you.
Ingeborg Van der Oord is a psychologist and interested in social interaction. She has a university degree in social psychology and also in training. And she's a professional provocative coach and trainer for people, teams, and organizations, and a specialist in communication techniques, leaderships, and management. And she's also a mother of two and has kids, and creative goal setting is her biggest hobby. So she's going to tell you all about it. Please give her a big hand again. So Ingeborg Van der Oord, yay!
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you, Dana Maria. I'm very happy to be here and to meet you all. It's not my usual day's work to be in a VR world, but I really like it. Dana Maria invited me because I'm a social psychologist, and she asked me about a team setting goals, and I thought, yeah, I can do that. And it is for me a goal to do it in different kind of ways. And I find Old Space a very nice place to meet each other and be yourself, and always look at new stuff and discuss new stuff. So I'm really happy to be here for the VR coaching and the personal development talk. I want to tell you something about goals, and I believe that people move in two ways. We move when we have a problem, and we move when we have a goal to get. Um, I found I just found it out after 20 years of study. So I was always studying behavior that I did not understand, the behavior that's weird for me, or it's not uh, something I'm used to. That's the most interesting of all. So when I look at that behavior, I'm thinking, how can I analyze that, and what are people saying, what are people doing, so they can get to their goals. And now I find 5 steps to get to your goals. So we don't get into motion when we have what we want. Then you're okay. And there's no energy to getting to different stuff or different way of living, or changing your way of life. But when we have a problem, so we don't have what we want, or we have some wishes, then we get into motion. And that's a really good way for me to look at behavior. So when you don't understand behavior of another person, I'm a social psychologist, and I really like to look at relations between people. When we don't understand the relation, you can look at the goals people set in their communication or their interaction. And I want to take you on a trip of 5 steps for setting goals yourself. So when you set a goal, you can make a goal really simple, and then you think, hey, I can get that. But maybe there's some objections in the way, or something you didn't thought about, and that's making you not getting to your goal, not reaching your goal. So I want to make the first 5 steps with you guys to set goals, and then make them reachable. And then when you accomplish them, I want to look at the last step, in which role you can get to your goal. So when you do a lot of preparation and then go chasing your goals, the reachability of, how do you call it, the way to get to your goals is a bit easier. And that is what I've studied for like 20 years. So we have 1 hour to get you there. I made it so simple as possible because I really like you to do it with me, sheet for sheet. And then I hope that you have a goal that inspires you and sets you on to moving forward. So if there are any questions, I really, I think before we start, I can hear them now,
Yes,
and I will take it in my presentation.
yes, you can ask your questions by raising the hand, putting the raise hand button. Yeah, there's one question already. Teresa, you're unmuted, so you can ask your question.
I was wondering, like, is Altspace working on some sort of way to tell how old a person is? Because, like, I hate to say it, but I've been kicked out of an event before. Even though I'm an adult, I've been kicked out just because of the sound of my voice. Like, somebody thought that I had a little kid's voice, and they kicked me out based on just the sound of my voice, basically. Yeah.
So, all right. Sorry to interrupt. Ingeborg and Dana Maria are not the people to answer that question because that's not what this event is about. But talk to me after. If you get a chance, contact me after and I'll address that issue. Thanks, Teresa.
Yeah, thank you, Teresa. Uh, Please feel free to ask more questions also if we cannot answer them. We are really welcome. All questions are welcome.
Yeah.
So thank you. We have Cookie. Want to ask a question? So let's see, Cookie.
So when you say goals, do you mean career goals, personal goals, mixture of both, or how? Yeah.
Your goal. So when it's career-wise or it's personal, you have to you can set it on a way that you can reach it, and I think that's the most important thing. We always look at goals like SMART goals. You know them?
Yeah.
Yeah. I find that killing. It's not
It does. It
inspiring at
definitely.
all.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. It doesn't
I'm
work for
looking
me.
at a way that you can set your goals and believe in them, and you can talk to others with your goal, and they believe you too. So I was wondering about the age issue. Eh? Maybe you want to address that because you have a goal with that, or you want to address that because you want to make a notification about that. But that's what was my question for you. I don't know your name anymore. Sorry.
Teresa.
Yeah, Teresa. Can you tell me, do you have a goal with that question you asked net?
Teresa, can you please raise your hand again so I can unmute you? So I can give you the mic to ask or add to answer that question. Thank you, Cookie, for your question. Yes, thank you. Teresa, you can talk.
What's up? Okay. You want me to ask the same question again?
No, I was wondering, what was your goal about
My
the,
goal is I need to improve on my moderating skills.
Yes, you want that.
That makes sense? Yeah, I have to admit, like, I have to deal with trolls a lot in an event I host, and sometimes I'm not situation. I just recently found somebody who would help moderate for me, and they said that they would help me out.
Oh, cool. That's really nice. But do you want to learn it yourself, or are you happy with the help?
I need to learn it myself because sometimes I'm the only person available.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Self-operating.
Yeah, sometimes trolls who come into my event, they do things unexpected, and when you encounter something you're not expecting, you don't know what to do sometimes.
Mm-hmm. So you want to get in contact with the unexpected and make good decisions about that.
Great. A nice accent, by the way.
Okay, thank you. So
There's
for
some
next
more
time,
goals.
Teresa, if you wanna speak again next time, please mute yourself so we can hear. Or else we will echo. We hear an echo if you because you probably need some headphones to use, because then some people have laptops that don't equalize the echo. So please, next time, if you ask a question again and the other one is speaking, put yourself on mute. Okay, thank you. So next question. We don't have any questions anymore, but thank you, Sarah, and thank you, Cookie. Do you want to go on, or do you have some more questions for the audience?
You can go on with the first sheet. There's my program for the workshop.
Make your goals.
My focus for you is make your goals work for you, and that's the first thing you have to put some effort in. And when you do that, it's a really nice way of looking at your goal and take a close look before you go. And I find that in some coaching sessions I do, that people set their goals, but then they go and run for them. So that's I want to ask you to stand still by your goal and then set your goal in a good way and then go run. So that's the first thing to do. And I will do that in 5 steps, and then I will look with you. Oh, you can put on the next sheet, Dana Maria. Thank you.
I'm trying. Sorry. somehow.
Can you put on the next? Yeah, does it work?
No, it's not. It doesn't work.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Then
Now
I will talk.
now it works. Yes,
Yeah.
it
Oh,
works now.
yes.
Yeah.
So setting goals in 5 steps. Then I will zoom in on the roles needed, and then I want to take a look at the feeling of accomplishment, because you need that to get motivated, but to keep on being motivated as well. So I want to start with setting the goals in 5 steps. So can you make a goal in your head, the one thing you really want? And then we will work with that. I can make an example. Shall I get an example out of the group? Does someone like to work with his goal, or shall I make one myself? Yeah, Cookie?
Yes, let's hear from Cookie. Cookie. Oh no, Laurie Griffin. Laurie Griffin was first.
Oh,
Go ahead, Laurie.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
yeah, I can hear you.
I would like to pay off my credit card debt. That's my goal.
Yeah, that's a good goal. So let's work on that. Is everybody okay with that?
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
So we make the first step. Can I hear your name again? Because I'm a bit nervous. It's my my second time in VR. Sorry, all the names are flashing by.
My name is Lori.
Laurie, yes, so I can speak to you. Thank you. Dana, can I have the first step in the goal setting?
Yes. Yes.
The first question you have to ask yourself is, what do you really want? And you say, I want to pay off my debt. And what do you want in place of the things you have now?
Freedom,
Can you
financial freedom.
financial freedom? Yes. So you want to pay your debt to get financial freedom. Yeah?
Mhm.
Okay. Now we go to the next step. You hold this one. Then we have to fit that goal into the context. So when, where, and with who are you realizing that goal? So Laurie, what do you need? Where do you want to realize the goal? When and with whom?
I think it's just me.
Yeah.
Where? In my bank. And when? As soon as possible. 12 months, maybe?
Yeah. How many months?
12? I don't know. I probably need to plan it out better.
Mhm. So that's the first realization. Can we get it in 6 months? What do you think?
Probably not. I have a lot of credit card debt.
Yeah. So maybe it's a longer 12 months, 2 years. What do you think?
Let's go with 12 months.
Yes. And you want to start now or later?
Now.
Now. So you want to pay your debt to get financial freedom in like 12 months and starting now. And you think you're the only one to do that? Or can you use some help from others?
I could use support from friends to
Yeah.
avoid spending money in other areas. But as far as
Yeah.
actually paying off the debt, I'm a one income family, so it's
Yes.
just me.
So when we change your goal, you can say that you can use some support from others and you can do it yourself. Yeah? Okay. We integrate this in your goal formulation. I repeat your goal a lot of times. Do you? I think you noticed that because I changed it a bit. And that's helping you to get it sharp and get the future in reachable. So can you formulate it for me now, your goal? We have set 2 steps, and I will want to take you through the third step. Is it within your power and reach? That's the third step. So you want to reach financial freedom by paying your debt. You can do it on your own. You want to start now and you think you need 12 months. You can use the support of others to do so. Is it in your power?
Yes.
Yes, that's a really great answer. So we can take the next step, Dana Maria. Step 4. How do you know when you have reached your goal, Lori?
The balance will be 0.
Yes, we go for the 0. And how do you feel when you reach that?
Woohoo! Happy dance.
Yeah, happy dance. And what do you
Free
feel
from the
more?
burden.
Yes, free from the burden. Nothing is holding you back then. The freedom, comes in. Yeah. And where do you need your freedom for? Freedom, financial freedom. What do you want to do with that?
Invest in my future and just be more comfortable financially in the present.
Yeah. So you can be accountable for the things you do and you don't do. It's really nice. And now is something is holding you back to get that to the next step. Okay, then we go to the step 5. Oh, okay. Can you formulate your goal for me, Lori? And then we take in account the objections. They're still there. So then you can tell me about all the things that are in between reaching your goal.
Okay, so my goal is to pay off my credit card within 12 months, and I can do it by myself and with the support of friends. I forgot what the other pieces were. Oh, I'll know that it's done when the balance is 0, and I will feel freedom from the burden of the debt.
With your
And
happy dance?
and my happy dance, yes. And the objections are, there are no objections. I think the obstacles are my lack of discipline, and when I should be putting money toward credit debt, I sometimes choose wrongly to go out and spend it on things that I don't need. So I think getting my shopping and spending habits aligned with my goals would be an obstacle, but something I can work on.
Yeah, and I want to look at you at your role you have to play to reach them. So we take a deeper look because your formulation is perfect, and I think it's 2 steps back and 1 step forward in paying your debt. So you need some money to live, and you need some money to pay your debt, and that can be both at the same time. So you have to look about the both sides. You have to can look at what do I need to pay my debt, and what can I spend on my life and on my financial freedom. So they're working both at the same time. Shall we look at your role to the roles that you need for reaching them?
Sure.
Are there any questions about these 5 steps? Lori is taking them very fast, and it's changing the way she talks about her goal. And it's beginning to come in reach because I noticed that the financial freedom and the happy dance are making her instant happy. So that's a more happy feeling, I think, than the feeling of paying your debt. That's our small happy dances, eh? But the big happy dance is in the end. So I want to look at the role you need to get to your goal. Dana, can you put on the next sheet? You have 4 roles. And Cookie, you asked me the question about is it a private goal or a career goal or what type of goals? You can see here that I'm looking at 4 types of roles. And it's about careers, a social role, but also about the organizational role and a personal role. So that has to be aligned when you want to reach your goal. Who are you to reach your goal? So I want to ask you some questions, Laurie, about the personal role, professional role, organizational role, and the social role. I have some questions already on the sheet, so it's a very simple way, but I really like you to answer them. Thank you when you want to do that. Dana, can you see get the questions? Laurie, what were you good at as a child?
Uh, I I was adventurous and taking risks. Pretty good at that.
Yeah. Yes, you dare to take risk.
Probably how I got into credit card debt to begin with.
Yeah, but it was also a talent. You were there good. It was some way of living you made for yourself when you were a child. Yeah. And what personal role suits you the best?
I'm not sure I understand that question. What would be an example of a personal
I'm
role?
a social psychologist. That's my professional role. But I'm also a mother. That's my personal role at home. And I'm a partner and I'm a friend. You talked about being a friend. Is that a role that
Yeah,
suits you?
I'm also a mother, and I think that role suits me best.
Yeah. It's the one thing you told me without asking. So, so you like to take risk, and your personal role is a role of a friend, being there for someone. Your professional role.
Yeah, and she also said a mother. Did I understand that correctly? Mother role.
Yes, but part of being a mother is also being a friend, so I'm okay if we go with the friend role.
No, we can take both with us for your goal.
Okay.
You can be a mother and a friend. Yeah, that's perfect. And then your professional role. Do you have a professional role?
Yes, I'm a director of online learning at a college. That's my full-time job, and
Wow.
that helps me realize my goal by providing my paycheck.
Yeah. So there comes the money, but also in that role, is there some behavior what can help you reaching your goal?
Um, I guess we talk with our students about financial responsibility, so I could glean insight from some of that
Yeah,
training.
yeah. And you can ask the same question for yourself. How do you feel about money and the responsibility about dealing with the money? Yeah. And which role can help you organize the realization of your goal? Who do you have to be to get this organized?
I just need to have discipline,
Or
I
do
think.
you have to be a controller,
Yeah,
a
and
business
control. Yeah,
controller? Yeah.
yeah.
You can be a business controller for yourself. And when you do this, which role helps you getting your goal realized for society? So I want to know your social role. When you do this and you can get your debt paid, what are you then doing for society when you have that competence and achievement? But you are not the
Um,
only one.
I'm setting a good example for my children.
Yeah. And being that example for your children, your students, yeah, your friends, I think you have a story to tell. So now you're at a bad place, but setting this goal are making you use all your roles. You had to take risks, and now you're taking again a risk by paying your debt. Then, as a mother and a friend, and as an educator, you're getting a role in society with a very, very needed story. I think there are a lot of people with these issues. And when you realize this, you can talk about that and maybe you can get on this stage. So I really want to come then. So maybe it's 12 months work or something more, but then you can tell this. I want to take you to the last step, Lori. You're doing great. How do I can show that? Oh, this with an emoticon. You're doing great. I want to
Oh,
get
thank
to
you.
the feeling of accomplishment. There, there was a miracle last night. Imagine you were sleeping. Your goal is reached. No more debts, financial freedom. How would you notice that? Would be a zero on your balance, eh? Or
Yeah,
maybe there will be a plus. What's happened overnight? What would you feel and what would you see? What's the first thing, Lori, you would feel and see?
I would feel a big weight lifted,
Hmm.
and I would see that zero balance in my account.
Yeah, and that would. How would others react when you have reached that goal?
It's kind of a private thing, which makes it extra weird to be talking about it in front of all these people. But people might notice that I feel less stressed. I would imagine I might just have a little air about me that I'm just not as stressed out about money.
Hmm. You don't have to worry that much anymore. You can feel
Um,
free. I think they will notice that. And what would they do differently for you when they see you acting free?
um, I don't know. I don't really discuss my debt with like friends or coworkers, so um, it's kind of like my dirty little secret. They don't even really know it exists, so I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't know
Oh,
how they would like see me any differently. Or maybe I would be more enjoyable to be around if I'm not stressed out. I don't know. I'm not sure.
I think so. I think people feel that you're free and looking around and enjoying yourself. They feel it when nothing's holding you back. People notice that. Yeah, and most important, when they notice that nothing is holding you back and you can live freely, what would that make possible for you?
I'll just have more choices. I would
Yeah.
open up more possibilities for where my money goes, like into my future, into my retirement account, or um, maybe more opportunity to have dinner out or other impacts, just having a
Yes,
little more financial freedom.
yes, and you can do stuff like taking risk, bungee jumping, or other stuff, or adventurous stuff, and pay them.
There you
So
go.
so you can find adventure not in money and lack of money, but you can find adventure in life then. Yeah.
Mhm.
Can you reformulate your goal now when we've done everything? I think it's more reachable now for you.
Yes.
What would you say when I'm your friend and I'm here to help you reaching your goal? What can you say about me?
Um, I think as a friend, you could just make me, you could support me by just respecting the fact that I have this goal and that it's something I'm working toward. And so instead of meeting out at a restaurant to drink expensive wine, maybe we could just drink some cheap wine on my back porch while I'm working toward my goal.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you.
A thumbs up.
Thank you. And now it's the power when you talk about this goal. It's a power in 12 months to reach that and then change your life
Mm,
into financial freedom. So I'm not hearing vulnerability. I'm hearing your power to do it. Thank you, Lori.
thank
Can
you.
I have some hands for Lori? Because it's very difficult to talk about this in a group and then be so open about it. And I think that that's right spirit to do so.
Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any
Amazing.
questions?
We have cookies still on the board, but I think that was because you were yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
So I really there's not questions yet, but maybe I can ask a question in the meantime while other
Yeah,
people ask questions. I really like what you did with visualizing also when you have reached the goal.
yeah.
So is that some coaching technique you use? What kind of coaching technique
Yes.
is that?
Yes, it's a coaching technique I use because it's also it's just like a solicitation at a job. You can imagine to work there, or you can go further and feel it. How would it feel to work there, and what would I see? And when I and it's also with the problems, you can your goal has always objectives in it, so objections in it. So you have to look around and find that objections, and then you can see it in front of you, and it becomes reachable. So you have to visualize it and feel it, and then I think you have to go farther and realize the feeling of accomplishment. A happy dance. Why don't you start with a happy dance now? Because you're getting to the goal. Yes, that's perfect.
Yeah, she's
So
starting already.
yeah, but then it's in your body.
Nice.
You want to get to the goal. So now you have it in your body, and then it's coming into your head, and you make steps. Yeah.
Yeah, great. Yes, very easy. Also, I mean, how you explained to us the steps, it was really good to follow and really clear to see. So that really is a nice, beautiful method, I believe.
In
Thank you for
coaching,
experience.
thank you. In coaching, I always let them know what I'm about to ask, so it's not it's not scary. The questions are not scary. It's always about your answers that you can be surprised yourself. So that's the difficult part about setting your goal. You
Nice.
have to surprise yourself and push it a little bit further than you would initially.
Beautiful. So there's no questions yet. So people, don't you have any questions for Ingeborg? Sorry, that's a tram. I'm living near a tram line. So, but it's is there any questions for Ingeborg to ask or maybe to add on to maybe if not we can maybe do another a quick one or
Yeah.
you had another exercise
I can do another one if there's
in
someone
10
with a
minutes.
goal. Yeah, or
Yeah, in 10 minutes. So is there
yes.
anybody else who has a goal who wants to work with Ingeborg? Ah, I see I see the raised hand. Cookie. Yes, please feel free to start. We don't hear you. I'm not sure why, but can
Can
you
you put on the
unmute
first
yourself?
sheet so everybody can follow Dana Maria?
Yeah, first I'm gonna unmute you again.
There you go.
Maybe that is okay,
Yeah,
good. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. Basically, I've had like a goal in mind for like ages, and it's like a 3-year goal. It's that 3 years is slowly approaching. But I basically want my own bar. And it's
Yeah.
always been something I've been working towards, and it's always something I've had difficulty with because there's so many different avenues I can go down to get that. But the avenue that I'm going down at the moment, it's not right for me. But then I don't know whether to stick with that path
Yeah.
or go with another one. That's what I find difficult with my goals and choices.
So I think the context is a big step to take. In which context you want it? Do you want it now, and with whom, and when?
Mm.
Yeah. And you say the location is a big issue then, huh?
Yeah, so
So
basically, yeah, I'm with a corporation at the moment, but then if I do it by myself, it's more weighing pros and cons and that kind of stuff.
yeah. So you have to yeah. So we take the steps.
Yeah, go
You
for it.
want to start. You want to start a bar.
So I really want to start a bar, replace the things I have now. I mean, I'm working for a quite a big company that has like 3,000 bars of their own. So
Yeah.
I thought that'd be the best thing. But the only problem with that is it's very how to explain it? It's very difficult to stick out and say, look here, look at me, like I'm ready for my bar.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to stick out, but I've ran bars before, so it's difficult to try and catch people's eye.
Do you want to be an owner of a bar?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I want to be an owner of the bar, or
Okay.
so
And
I've got
you now
financial stuff
have,
in there.
yeah, you now have a place in a corporation of many bars, but you're not the owner.
No.
So your destination is, I want to be an owner of a bar. Then we can take step 2, the contact. When do you want to be the owner of the bar?
In 3 years' time. This
In
is giving
3
me enough
years'
time
time.
to
Where
work it all out.
where do you want to be the owner of the bar?
Well, this is again for a difficult question for me because I travel the UK at the moment, so I get to see all different types of different types of bars, different places. But I'm still trying to find that right place for me. But at the moment, village bars and pubs are like really stick with me at the moment. So I'd like a village pub.
Cool. You like to be an owner of a village pub. With whom?
Me and my girlfriend, my other half. I've been with her for about 2 years now, so she's fully
So,
aware of that as well.
yes, so you want to be an owner of a village pub with your girlfriends together. And when do you want this to happen? In 3
Well,
years?
yeah, 3
You're
years,
sure
3 years
about
time.
that?
Well, it's the thing. I mean, with this coronavirus thing hopefully coming to an end soon and everything going back to normal, I'm not sure whether now's the time to jump in on it or, but yeah.
But you can think about it, but what do you want? Do you want it
Yeah.
now?
I mean, I don't think I'm in the right position now because there's a lot of other stuff going on in my life, and I feel like that would be a detriment to it rather than
That
a
would
thing. So,
interfere, yeah?
yeah. So I'd rather wait a little bit longer and then get that.
Yes. So you want to get a bar of your own at the right time in your life. So that's not always 3 years.
Yeah, so it might be 2, it might be 1. Yeah.
At the right time. So we take that. So that's not smart, but that gives you some freedom in your goal. That inspires.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah.
I imagine that you know when it's the right time.
Yeah, it's I've got other family stuff in the background. It's quite complicated, and it's like there's that kind of stuff that stuff will get involved with my goal, and that would
I
actually
think your
affect
head
my
is in the
goal.
way. I'm going forward,
Sorry.
so you can stop thinking a bit, okay?
Okay.
A village pub with your girlfriend and at the right time. That's a clear goal. Okay, the next step. Is it within your power?
This is the thing. I'm not entirely sure. Like I used to be, but now, there's a lot of things that go up and down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it is. I've been in the pub trade for like 7 years now, and I wanted to get.
So you,
By the time been in there pub trade for 10 years, I want to have my own pub. That was my goal. So, but with the power and reach now, it's quite a difficult climate at the moment.
yes,
So I'm not
it
sure.
is. No, and when the climate changes, it can come in reach really soon, huh?
Yeah, hopefully, yeah.
Yeah. So that's also about the right time to do it. So what do you need to get it in your power?
Well, this is the thing because I'm a big procrastinator, and all I need is this little bit of paperwork, and I just need to send it off, and it's done. And then I've got the right to sell alcohol, I've got everything else. That paperwork is just in a drawer, and I haven't sent it, so I really need to get on it, do it.
Okay, that's a clear goal.
Yeah.
So you,
Setting off my
when
personal
it's the
license.
right time for you, you can fill in the paperwork and then it's in reach.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, super. Step 4. How do you know it when you have reached it? You're the owner of
Well,
the bar.
yeah, I'll own bar. Yeah.
And how do you feel when you reach it?
It's an interesting one actually. I think I'd feel a bit more anxiety
Yeah.
because now I've got it, and now it's like, what do I do with it? And then I've got to do it, and then I've got to build on that. So I've got to have a next goal. But it's a good anxiety.
Yes. And it's a good anxiety, or is it helping
Yeah,
you?
it's kind of. I mean, it makes me be justly cautious, I'd like to say, because
Yeah.
I see a lot of people in my trade, and they get very excited and they go for it and they crash and burn, but they crash and
Yeah.
burn hard. So I want to be a bit anxious. I don't want to say like, oh yes, I've got this. I've got, hopefully I've got it.
Yeah.
I can do it. But I don't want to overflate myself.
So you will be cautious and professional with it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Cool. And then step 5. What are the objections? It's not the right climate now, you told me already.
Yeah, right in the right climate. And then I've got quite a few family stuff at the moment that's quite
Yeah.
difficult to deal with.
Yeah.
So that stuff's
And
at the
you
moment.
told
But
me you had to do that first. The climate has to change and the family stuff has to go first.
yeah, yeah.
Yes? So there you have 2 steps before reaching your goal.
Mhm.
And then you know that it's time. Shall we look at the roles for you to get your village
Uh,
pup?
yeah, go for it.
The first question is what were you good at as a child?
Funnily enough, going around and just talking to strangers,
Yeah,
which, yeah, I
building
really
up
enjoy, to be fair.
relationships with strangers. Super. You
Yeah,
need that for a pup.
yeah,
Wow, step in the unknown. Yeah.
yeah, basically,
And
yeah.
yes, and which professional role can you help which personal role can you help in this getting a pup?
It's a personal role thing. Obviously, I've recently become a father to an ex-partner, so with an ex-partner, but so I can be like a father figure kind of thing.
Yeah,
I do like
cool.
with my staff. I do like um,
Yeah,
developing them as well.
being there. Fathers
Yeah,
can be there for their personnel or for the customers. Yeah, that's a really great
yeah.
role. Then your professional role. How can your professional role help you?
Oh yeah, I'm in the right professional role for it. So yeah.
Yeah,
So
and I think you have focused on that role and a bit less on the other roles.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I mean. The organizational, yeah. I
yeah, you
suck
have
at
to
that
bring your
bit.
personal role also because that's making the difference from other owners in pubs.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Yeah. And then your organizational role. Which role can help you to organize this?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's always been a massive problem with me for my organization. It's my brain's like a Rubik's cube. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
So I'll forget certain things.
I think
Um,
you need an accountant role.
yeah, accountant. Yeah, yeah, that'd be yeah. I've got a few friends that are accountants, so I could look into that.
Yes. And then you can start at the end. You have the pub. What do you need? And then from an accountant perspective, you have to um, how do you call it? Doorrekenen. You have to count it out.
Yeah, yeah,
So it's
yeah.
really
Work
in
out
the
the finance and that.
numbers. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's in the numbers. What can you do? What can't you do? How would it look like when you're running your pub? So you can start at the end with your accountant. But if you don't have the role in you, you can organize an accountant because you can talk to strangers, you can talk to friends and ask them what you
yeah,
need. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
that's
Yeah, definitely
cool.
accountant. That's a good shout.
Yeah. And then when you which role can you set in for society? Because when
Well,
you
this is
have your village pub, what do you bring society?
this is the thing. That's the main reason why I want a village pub over any other pubs is because it's the same people coming back, same friendly faces. You get to learn about all their life and what's going on in theirs, and you get to just be a bit of a kind of a free counselor to people
Yeah.
and have a drink. It's good. I like it.
And I really want to step back to the organizational role because I thought about the accountant. You have friends to do that. I think your
Yeah,
networking role can organize this. So you can
yeah,
look,
yeah,
yeah, you can look in villages for a place for a pub you can take over or something. So
yeah.
I
Because
think
I thought, yeah. Sorry, Cam.
no, you can tell me.
Well, yeah, I was to say, unfortunately, a lot of pubs have gone under during the old things. There's a lot of places to jump into.
Yeah, so you can pick one.
Mm.
That's not a problem. That is too much choices.
Yeah, that's the problem.
So you can work with that as an accountant. What's the best? What's not the best? And then you told me another objection that you're now with a lot of people making that decision and not only with your girlfriend.
Mm. Yeah, yeah. 'Cause
So
my girlfriend's also in the same role, so
yeah,
she's working care at the moment, but she likes bar work.
yeah.
But yeah, so that's good.
So I think you can make your decision with her together.
Yeah,
She
yeah,
can inspire
yeah.
you. Yeah. So shall we make a recap with the last question? There was
Yeah,
a
go for it.
miracle. You are the owner of the bar, a village bar, and you wake up in the morning. It happens. You have the keys in your hands. What do you see first? Where is the bar?
Hmm. Um, just little. But that's like the only bar kind of thing in the village where it's like there's only one spot where everyone goes. I think.
Yeah? You're not the only pub in the village?
No, I'd rather be the only pub in the village. So like,
Mm-hmm.
there's not a lot of competition and things.
Yeah. So you are the only pub in the village. How would you know?
How would I know, or how would others know? Sorry.
Yes. Uh, uh, you notice you're the only pub in the village. How would others know your goal is reached?
Well, to be honest, I did a massive shout out to all my friends and family, and then did a party and did an
Yeah,
opening night and all that kind of stuff.
cool. And
So
what would they
big
do
party.
when you have the shout out?
Hopefully they'll come running.
Yes, I
But
think so. They will.
yeah, fingers
And what
crossed.
would that make possible for you?
To be honest, it's with the management style that I do, I'd have a lot more free time for myself.
Yeah,
And I'll be able to pick and choose my own hours, and yeah, I'll be able to live life as it should be.
yeah. It, as it should be for you, as you
As it should
want
be
it
for
to be.
me. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's your goal. So now I'm recapping your goal.
Hmm.
You want to be an owner of a pub with your girlfriends, and the pub is in a village, and your friends really like to come to your pub. So you need to be near your friends.
Yeah, yeah.
So
That's
where
thing.
does
Yeah,
your
my pubs in and all my friends obviously live in my hometown, but
yeah,
with my job, I've traveled a lot around my hometown, and I've kind of semi been shunned by my hometown because of my ex and shit. But
yeah,
yeah, so that's what I mean. It's getting back into that, and it's yeah, that's
yeah,
the problem. Is getting back to the hometown where all my friends are.
yes. And that's the objection you have to work on.
Mm, yeah,
Do you realize that? You want a
yeah.
pub
That's
in your hometown.
Yeah, it would be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's some objections to work on.
Yes, it's
I want to thank
so
you
it's
for your
that's right.
transparency and openness.
That's the best way to be. Always be transparent and open.
Yeah. But what you really want can be in reach if you look the how do you call it, monster in the eye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a bit
You
scary though,
can
but
be.
yeah, I do need to look
Yeah.
monster in the eye.
Yeah. So you have to be honest for yourself what you really want. Yeah. Thank you.
That's right, my pleasure.
Dana Maria, I want to give
Amazing.
you
Yes, you want to give me?
the words.
Ah, great. Yes, so beautiful. It was such a beautiful session. Also, the work you did on people in the audience, that was so um, um, special, I think, and also effective. I think everybody had a clue for themselves, could also look for themselves on their own goals, but also could see how you could coach someone through this goal setting and realizing these goals. So that was a really, really cool experience. And I want to really thank you for giving us that. So please give a big, 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 big hand to
Thank
Ingeborg
you.
Van der Oord for being here and give this great session. And we really would like Ingeborg to come back again. So please, would you also want Ingeborg to come back? Please clap your hands again on another session. Yeah, see? So you're going to come
Thank
back
you. Thank
maybe in
you.
the next month or 2 months. Would be nice if you have the time.
Yes,
And for this,
that's why I hesitated. If I have the time, I will come back. Really cool.
good. Whenever you have time, we'll be waiting and we're
Yeah.
putting on an agenda. But for now, please, people, come here. I hope you can come here if the how you say, the stage is not blocked, to come next to Ingeborg to make a selfie. So please come here on the stage. I hope you can come to the stage and we can make a selfie. Yes? Oh yeah, good. Can you come?
Cool.
No? Is it blocked? Oh no, you have to go through the, yeah, it's not blocked, but you have to go through the sides. Yeah. I'll teleport yourself on the thing. So we have Lance in the back who's gonna make the selfie. So please, Bogdan, come in the selfie. Yeah. And everybody else, please come here. Teleport to the stage to have a selfie with us. And we make a great selfie with Ingeborg. And in the meantime, I want to thank Jason 1 and Bogdan, Onofry, and also
All right.
Lance for being part of the team. And Lance is now making a picture. Give us some
Yep.
instructions,
All right.
Lance.
Give us some emojis.
Yes,
Okay.
emojis. So
3,
give some heart.
2, 1. All right, that looks good.
Oh.
Sweet. All right.
Really?
Oh,
somehow.
at least I got you
somehow.
before you teleported.
Yeah, really. I do that sometimes. So really good. Again, can you make one to be sure?
Yes.
And also, people make selfies yourself because it's nice. Maybe you can see someone in the picture that very close to you, and it's nice to have these people also in the picture. I have Bogdan in the
All right.
picture and
All right.
a
Let's
part
see
of
some emojis. 3,
Ingeborg.
2, 1.
Yeah, great. Yeah.
All right, there you go.
Good. So thank you everybody for the stage. You are all unmuted, so you can talk and stay maybe for a little bit more for asking some more questions to Ingeborg if she has a little bit more time. It's 7 o'clock now in Holland, so she might have to leave. But if she's not leaving, you might have a chance to ask her a question here on the side. She's here next to me. And if you're gonna go right now, thank you for being here. I hope to see you next time, and please give a big hand to the team, technical team, Bogdan, Jason, and Lance.
Thank you.
To be here. Yeah, it was really great to have you all. Thank you.